This question relates to the topic of compound interest. So that's increasing or decreasing something by a consistent percentage every single year. Now, when we discussed this in class, one of the key things that we highlighted was the fact that whilst the percentage it increases is the same each year, so in this case 15%, the amount changes because it's 15% of the new amount. So that is going to either increase or decrease dependent upon what the previous amount was. Now, the way that we discussed doing this in class is the first thing we have to do is we have to figure out what percentage is going to be worth each year. We then raise that to an index power where that relates to the number of years that it's going to be done for, and then we put it all together in one calculation to figure out the answer. So first thing we need to figure out is what percentage it's worth at the end of the year. In this case, our question is an increase, so what that means is it's going to be more each year. So in order to do that, we take the original 100% and we add on the 15, so we know that at the end of every single year it's going to be worth 115%. Now, to use this properly in our calculation, we turn this into a decimal number. 115% as a decimal is 1.15. The next thing we need to figure out is how many years we're going to go for. So this is during 2018 and we finish in 2021. So there's 3 years between that. So we know that our index power when it comes to our calculation is going to be 3 because it has to take into account the fact it's occurred each year. So to do this, we now have to set up the whole calculation. So to do this, what we have to do is take our original amount, so that's the 80,000 emergency packages, and we multiply that by what percentage it is worth now as a decimal, so we times by 1.15, and we know it's going to be for 3 years, so we're going to raise that then to the power of 3. Now the best part, this is a calculator question, so just stick the entire thing into a calculator at this point. What we end up getting as an answer for that is 121,670 packages. So there you go, there's your final answer. Now these kind of questions, the compound interest, always take the same format. First, figure out what it's worth now in terms of a percentage, turn that into a decimal. Once we've turned that into a decimal, we then need to know how many years it's going to be worth and how many years we have to do it for. In this case, that was our 3. We then put the entire calculation together and stick it in a calculator. So the calculation, the original amount, times the percentage now as a decimal, raised to that power. Doing that, we can do the entire thing in one go. You could do it step by step, year by year, but let's be honest, that's a lot of work, a lot of calculation, and we can do it a lot quicker than that.